Greetings, mortals. It's Archive for Life, and we are here with our first Dragon Ball Raging Blast character analysis video. Here today, we are going with my main man, Future Gohan. This guy has been with my oh my god, I cannot talk today. Being with me through thick and thin. He is my main. He is my good boy. I'm going to tell you a thing or two about. Now, we're going to branch this off into 3 parts. 4 parts, actually. Number 1. Number 1 is the actual character analysis of the character in Dragon Ball Z or Dragon Ball GT, even though that game shouldn't be that series shouldn't be referenced in any way, shape, or form. But I'm going to do it anyway because I'm gangster like that. But anyway, now Future Gohan was a character who debuted in the History of Trunks TV special for Dragon Ball Z, which is basically takes a look into Trunks' past when the androids are ravaging everything and Cell's somewhere working. Oh no, wait, no, he wasn't born yet. Never mind. Basically, he's the Gohan we all know and love, the Gohan that fought Frieza in Namek. Basically up to that point where he came back home, Goku had defeated Frieza. Frieza had came back to Earth. Frieza had been resurrected by his father, King Cold. And as soon as that happened, they immediately made it to Earth, where Goku will also return and blow the crap out of him. And not in the sexual way. I mean, he's gonna defeat him, and everything will play out just as expected, right? But then he was succumb to a heart virus that would change the world of the Z-Fighters forever. You see, with Goku dead, that left the world completely open for destruction. And destruction it did get. Dr. Gero, a remaining soldier in the Red Ribbon Army, a remaining scientist in the Red Ribbon Army, rather, had returned and built 2 extremely powerful androids. Both of which were, in terms of power, about as strong as maybe Goku. Maybe stronger. With Goku dead, the Z-Fighters were in danger, as since they were as strong as Goku, the Z-Fighters didn't stand a chance. But together, they were strong enough to defeat Goku at that time period, with no effort whatsoever. And so all the Z-Fighters were killed, except for Gohan and Trunks, Vegeta's son.
I can tell you've really become
Since all the Z-Fighters were dead, Gohan didn't think there'd be any remaining warriors that were strong enough to be capable of destroying the androids. With somebody like Trunks still alive, he had hope that there was still a chance for the planet. Gohan took Trunks under his wing and began training him. They fought the androids multiple times. However, Gohan thought he needed to take on the challenge alone was his undoing. As I said before, the power of the androids to go was strong enough to beat Goku, to beat even Goku. Gohan simply was not strong enough, even with his training with Trunks, and thus got overpowered by the android's enormous powers. And thus was the end of future Gohan. But Trunks still lives on to protect the world with him in his memory. Now, on to the next segment, where we talk about basic. We talk about this basic moveset. Now you. Some people would say, oh, it's pretty much a weaker teen Gohan, but I say he's much more than that. Well, I mean, his base form could be considered a light version of teen Gohan base form, but his base form can be considered a light version of Teen Gohan's base form, but his Super Saiyan form is not something that can be compared to Gohan at all, because, whoops, here's the thing, when you go Super Saiyan, his stats may have just gotten a slight boost, but his playstyle changes completely. So, he's basically the kind of character that will block out all the key attacks, and he's basically the character that will block out everything, and then power up to a point, and then power up so that you can easily get the opponent to a tight spot. The Hyper Masenko is good for dealing a lot of damage. Using it at the start is a good strategy. Using it at the start may be a good strategy, but using power up to the very limit is also a great strategy. Since one, it doesn't consume ki over time, so you can just recharge your ki so that you can be able to use Hyper Masenko afterwards. Evil Barrier is like, explosive wave or super explosive wave, or blocks out key attacks, some supers, and makes your opponent take damage if they get too close. Special Beam Cannon is one of those moves that pierces through the super attacks, but I don't prefer to use it. Intercept, as the name entails, is a counter attack, which means it requires physical attacks, like if you were to get smash attacked or normal attack. If you were to get grabbed or key attacked, it would cancel out the counter, allowing them to attack you further. Which means you need to time it just right, because, again, if you get red by using it too frequently, you're in big trouble. Now, as for normal future Gohan, as he's not a different playstyle, full power charge it puts you at max power when you use it, but it puts you all the way down when max power ends. While it since it's good for getting out of the way, but can be exploited. Like, not exploited for you, but the opponent can exploit it. Because even a simple thing such as a key blast hits you, and you'll use it up. Intercept, again, good for intercepting, of course. Super destructive wave. Takes out it's super explosive wave, essentially. Now you would say, oh, it's just like Evil Barrier. What you mean? It's a completely different play style. No, super destructive wave is an offensive move. It's not good for blocking out attacks as much as it's good for attacking by itself. And here you have normal Masenko, which is like Kamehameha. You hold the button but you hold the stick in that direction to charge it up, and then it fires at maximum damage. Now, on to the next segment. We talk about playstyles. Now, like I said, it's the kind of it's the kind of playstyle where you block out your opponent's attack, allowing them to not be able to hit you. But there are also main playstyles such as you can play really offensive again using a special beam cannon and intercept. You can play really defensive using power up to like since special beam cannon pierces through. You can use it to be extremely defensive. But you can also, but again, you can also use the blocking out attacks kind of playstyle, like blocking out your opponent's attacks so that you can attack with hit him really hard. Now a good way to see a character's playstyle is by their signature. Now, again, our popular playstyle can be seen here, and that is a forced approach. You see, as you can see, the signature is Future Gohan shooting up energy blasts. It is shooting an energy blast below him and jumping. It does multiple hits to your opponent so that they can't hit you while you're flying up, which allows for multiple attacks, which again shows up in our playstyle, which is a trickery type of thing where you think your opponent's got you on the ropes, you just intercept them or you use your signature to move out of the way and then start up your own combo. But there are many different playstyles that Future Gohan can use, which is why I like him so much, because I can just switch playstyles at the blink of an eye. But yeah, those are just a couple of playstyles that I could use. Try to find your own. Try to find your own one and tell me in the comment section below. But now, for the third one. This is the fourth. This is the third one. Fourth and final section. Usage in battle. Now, is he very useful in battle? For me, that would be a yes. Here's a checklist. Will he be? Is he good? Is he good for being a leader of the team? Taking out the damage so that other people could. Is he good for yeah, he's good for a leader. Check. Is he good for oiling up characters so that another character can dish out the damage? Check. Is he good? Is he good for setting up a good defense for you to figure out your next move? Check. Is he good as a long range fighter? Not check. Now, you may think, but why? Again, with the block, he can play defensively, he can play really offensively, but that's all in the long range. Not long range, short range. Most of his attacks are good for close range. Because as you know, he only has two attacks that actually shoot beams. He doesn't have a energy wave volley or a homing shot. Now, a good example of somebody who's very good long range is Krillin. Again, he's the exact opposite. He's not very good at close range, but at long range, he's the biggest tank in the world. With the Kamehameha, the spread energy blast, the homing energy wave, and the solar flare, and the after image strike, he's good for a wild. He's a really good wild card. But anyway, guys, that's basically my character analysis segment. This is what I want to do my Raging Blast 2 playthrough. And if you enjoyed this video, tell me in the comment section below. And with editing, this can be a big thing, trust me. But it's just since I don't have any editing software, I can't make it the way I wanted to make it. But I'm trying my best, guys, with the equipment I have. So please bear with me. Anyway, if you like this segment, leave a like, comment that you enjoyed it, subscribe, and without further ado, guys, this is Kai 54 signing out. Peace and thank you.